Okay, Kyle. New program. Hopefully, I've got all these tools down, and I got a little bit of allergies going on, so a little nasal sounding thing going on. But um, give you what I see. I'm also going to shoot this up, obviously, to YouTube. That's where you're watching it, and have it see if A Strike can take a look at it. So we'll see if I know anything at all. I guess on pitching. A little scary. All right. All right. When I looked at it from the side. Let's just kind of go through. We'll look at your on the left. Obviously, that's Josh Johnson on the right. It's the best footage I've got of somebody. It's when he was in the minors. We're working on getting more pro models to show, but it's also a little shaky. I didn't have a tripod, so hopefully it doesn't distract you too much. All right, so we would stop right here. One thing we would look at is the knee. Like to see it inside of your foot, and it's kind of straight up over it. It's maybe slightly, but you can see you're pretty vertical, your knee right over your foot. Angle may be a little deceiving, but we want that knee to stay inside so that you start to get the pelvic load, and that's what you're going to see. That you could really use a little more of a pelvic load. So I'll show you what I mean there. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So if I let it go a little further, okay, so actually I might have gone too far there. Stop you about right there. You can see if I draw, kind of just follow along your uniform line there. I want to see a little bit of a V there, that pelvic tilt. We'll get that if I switch over and we look at Josh Johnson. You see him go here. You'll see he gets a much more of that pelvic tilt. So you see if I come in here and I draw that same line here, he gets a much more defined V. Excuse me, and you can just see his hip is tilted, his pelvis is tilted there, and he's getting a lot more. He's loading up. And riding, kind of keeping his weight, I guess, back to deliver a lot of more stored energy. And you can see if I draw this again, he's got kind of an odd angle too, but his knee is inside of his foot. So hopefully that makes sense. You can see it's kind of coming down. His isn't as defined as some others, but it is there. So that's something that you could maybe do a little more, is just load that pelvis up. So let's look a little more. Switch over to you here. Next thing would be to look at foot strike, and what you're going to see with you is, let me get you there. All right, we're at foot strike now. You are opening this front shoulder a little early. You can see you've already started to open it. You've dropped the glove a little bit. On the good side, you're nice and vertical. You're at 90 degrees here, or inside of that, and that's what we want. Good position here. You've just rotated the front side open a little early, and what we really want to have is this front shoulder closed with your hips the way they are, that hip-shoulder separation, and staying nice and linear. So you're in good shape there, other than the front side pulling out a little early. If you look at Johnson, actually, he doesn't get vertical. He ended up having some arm troubles. Makes me wonder if that's what it was here, but let's get him at foot strike. So there he is at foot strike. Maybe a touch past. Okay. There. Now he's at foot strike. You can see his front shoulder is a little more closed right there, but he does not get vertical. Who knows if that's it or not, but he does stay nice and closed. You can see his front hip is opened, but his front shoulder is closed. You've got your front shoulder opened up. If I come back over here, and you can kind of see you doing it early, if I kind of jump back and forth there, see how you kind of drop that elbow and do that. And so one thing that may help is to show your palm to the plate a little more, and then when you get to this point, so right in here, you're more palm maybe to the plate a little bit longer, and then go thumb down to thumb up. I don't know, A Strike may have more on that, but you can just see how you're kind of rotating it open a little early. Okay. All right. Clear things out here. From there, another thing I thought I might show you, this is kind of cool just because we can do it. You know, stride length, we talk about stride length, and one of the things that this will allow us to do is to measure stride lengths. You'll see here that Josh Johnson, about 122.2 degrees in his stride length. We hop over here to you. You've got a pretty good stride length as well. So we pop in there. And you're about 130 degrees there. So that's really good. I'd say 120, I think, is about what we would be our goal, 120 degrees. But you know, and that you're in that vicinity. You get a good stride length. You know, you're coming. You can see even if you look right here, you're gaining ground. So you're probably 3-4 inches off the rubber. I like to see that you're gaining ground towards the pitcher. I think for you, you've just got some. So if we can get this, if you can get that front shoulder, keep it closed a little bit longer, you're going to have just even more velocity to tap into. Okay. Maybe from there, then look at your release. So if we, let me stop that, and we're starting to. There we go. You kind of come right down by your hip, not real far outside your body, and you got a nice firm front leg, high-low kick. Look pretty good there. But I like how you turn your body there. It allows your arm to decelerate a little bit more. So, you know, I don't have a whole lot to add there. I don't know if A-Strike will or not. I think you look pretty good. If you go back and see it again. Okay. Lay the arm down nice. You know, if you look here, your back leg kind of comes forward a little bit. I don't know that that's an issue. I mean, if you look at, I guess that's what I'm talking about. See how much forward it's coming. For me, that's not an issue, but I'd be interested to hear what A-Strike has to say. So we'll see what he says. And that's kind of it. See, arm has deceleration there. You don't really see it recoil back. Just kind of comes back nice and loose. So you do, you know, it's good for your arm. Good arm health there. Okay. So there's that, and let's look at Johnson just to see how his decelerates. And I can't slow his down as much as yours is, but we can kind of go real slow there. You can see his doesn't recoil up too much either. So that's that. There you go. And I don't think I've got anything else. I think that was everything. So I texted A-Strike, and hopefully he has a chance to watch this and maybe get in touch with you and let you know what he thinks. So it was good seeing you today. I thought you pitched real well. Just go get them. Believe you're better than them, and attack the zone. When you do that, man, you're hard to hit. So good to see you. And if you got anything, you need anything, you know, always just let me know. All right, see you, bud.